Hello YouTube, I'm back again. Today I want to talk about warning signs. It's been a crazy few days. We had another shooting. Some 15-year-old out in California, 30 miles outside of Los Angeles, on his 16th birthday, shot and killed two classmates and wounded three others. That was crazy. But like I say, it's mentally ill people out there. You gotta weed them out. You gotta find out who they are. Yeah, so I don't know, but I don't really want to talk about that because it happens, and nothing I can say or do to make it any better. Matter of fact, they arrested a teacher that threatened to kill some students. Yeah, and then here in Garfield Heights in Ohio, which is not that far from where I live at, they arrested a student that had a gun in his backpack. So I'm just saying, it's happening, and it's not the gun industries, it's the people. And until they figure out the people, then you will still have problems. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the warning signs. As most of us know, that the government is about to shut down again. If you didn't know, the government is about to shut down again because when they signed that last stopgap budget they had, when they were shut down for those 35 days, if you remember that, they signed a budget that's supposed to take us up to the middle of November, which is right around now, but they're going to extend it to sometime in December. And then they're supposed to have had it budget figured out and signed before the Thanksgiving break, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen because of all this other stuff that's going on in Washington right now. So we in for it. As far as the budget goes, nobody knows about that because we got all these other distractions going on in Washington, D.C. They got these people out there passing these laws, putting limits on ammo and guns and red flagging people. Yeah, so what can we do about that? Elections. But anyway, I didn't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the warning signs. Everybody's talking about the 2020, what's going to happen in 2022, how the Social Security Administration is gonna go into a tailspin. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about because that's one of the warning signs. Like I said, I always talk about bad things happening in threes. I see where I used to buy Dean's milk. I don't know if you guys get Dean's milk, but they one of the big milk manufacturing companies. I see where they declare bankruptcy. And the store that I used to go to buy milk at is now got a local brand supplying their milk, Dean's milk. It's been around a long time, and they shut down. And not only that, I read an article the other day in the paper about Florida orange juice. Florida supplies 80% of the orange juice in the United States. And I see where they have infected bacteria pathogen that's killing off 90% of the oranges. They went from 70,000 citrus farmers to 2,000 citrus farmers over the last few years because of this pathogen that's killing off the oranges in Florida. Maybe if you live in Florida, you already know about this, but I didn't know about it until now. So I expect the prices to go up on orange juice, just like that 25% of the world pork pigs are dead because of that infectious disease out of Africa. And not only that, with the bad harvest we had this summer with the other crops of corn and stuff, especially from Ohio. I look for the prices to zoom up in 2020. Everybody talk about a new war coming, Civil War or World War III or whatever. I'm not too much worried about that, but I'm more worried about the economic crash that's going to possibly happen in 2022. I guess 2022 is going to be a bad year. I don't know why they picked that number, but I guess they did. But anyway, I'm just saying, with the Wall Street the way it is, and with us going deeper into debt, I heard we spent 33% more money this past month than we have. 33% more than we have. I mean, that's in the billions, you know. I don't even know how much it was. I mean, so I'm going to just let everybody know this. If you prepping, keep prepping. There's no mistakes in prepping. I mean, you might make a few errors when you buy this or buy that, but there's no mistakes. I mean, just keep prepping. I mean, whatever you get for a reason, and maybe somewhere down the line you can use it. That's all I got to say. And another thing is, when you out there and you watching these news reports, like I seen something out of Russia the other day, and it was talking about in 2020 we're gonna have a revolution, but that's not what we said. But that's the Russian propaganda. They pushing us, and they got the world believing that democracy is not gonna work. It's gonna fail. You know, they just saying watch what the United States is going to do, you know. So, you know, we got flooding in Italy, you know, in Venice. I've seen that. They say that's the worst in 500 years or something like that. Then you got the fires in Australia. I don't know if they told y'all about those, but around Sydney, you know, there's a whole bunch of fires out there, wildfires that they have in California. So you just got to watch the signs. I mean, things are happening and we don't even know about it. I mean... So I'm just saying, we all got to be ready. You know, the only thing that's missing is a gas crisis. You know, that's all we need now is for a storm to come up the Gulf and knock out a few refineries, and then we got a thing going down. You know, with the government shutdown looming again. And then you have the storms that's coming in. Matter of fact, I think this weekend they're supposed to have a nor'easter come up the coast, the Carolina coast again. So you guys be ready, because I mean, it's something to be feared when those nor'easters come in. Yeah, other than that, that's about it. I didn't really want to talk too much. I'm just saying that the orange prices are going to go up on orange juice. The pork prices are going to go up on bacon. I mean, the canned good prices already going up on canned vegetables because of you know, the shortage we had this year's crop. And I figure the prices on everything else are going to go up because usually they always pass it on to the consumers, and that's what we do. I mean, they pass on to the consumers. And I didn't want to really talk too much about anything because I'm kind of down because, you know, another shooting. I mean, it's hard to be motivated when all you hear is bad news. And I'm just so tired of these crazies out there doing stuff like that. So anyway, and I was going to do a video. I'll make this a long video. I don't understand it. But I was going to do a video on can shooting be addicted? You know, because I like to go to the gun range and I like to shoot. You know, is it going to be as addicted as video games, cell phones, YouTube, Facebook, drugs, alcohol, or TV, or anything else? Is going to the gun range and shooting addicted? I was going to do a video on that, but with all this stuff came up, I decided not to do it, so I just mentioned it. Maybe somewhere down the line, I'll go back and revisit that premise and do it. But other than that, I just wanted to say, watch China. China finna undermine our currency. You know, they got this digital currencies coming out, and they're going to force the United States to try to keep up with them with the digital stuff, and we're not prepared. But anyway, have a good day, YouTube.